Welcome children. Today I am dealing with some numericals on optics. First one, light from a point source in air falls on a spherical glass surface and this spherical glass surface is having a refractive index 1.5. This light is falling from air to glass and this glass is having a refractive index 1.5 and we know the refractive index of air is taken as 1. Okay, and this radius of curvature of this glass surface is taken as 20 centimeter. The distance of the light source from the glass surface is 100 centimeter. So here this light source means it is the object. So this distance of this object is taken as how much? 100 centimeter. That means object distance is 100 centimeter. And what we have to find out? We have to find the image distance. Okay. So here which formula we have to use? Refraction through a spherical surface. Okay. The refraction through a spherical surface, we have a formula. So what is the formula for refraction through a spherical surface? So we have the formula N2 by V minus N1 by U equals N2 minus N1 divided by R. So this formula we have to use here. Okay. So for that, what are the details given here? Light falls from a point source in air to which one? Glass surface. So what is the first media here? Air only. So in the case of air, what is the refractive index? So it is 1. So I am taking N1. So N1 is the refractive index of first media. So it is taken as 1. And what is refractive index of second media? N2. N2 equals 1.5. So N2 equals 1.5. Then what is U? Object distance is taken as how much? 100 centimeter. So U equals, so U is always minus, so minus 100 centimeter. Then what is radius of curvature given here? R equals 20 centimeter. Okay, so all the details are given here. And what we have to find out? We have to find the image distance of V. Okay, so we can substitute the values now. So N2 by V. So N2, how much is N2? 1.5. So 1.5 by V minus N1. N1 is how much? 1 divided by what is U? U value is minus 100. So this minus and this minus become plus. So I am putting plus here. So 1 by 100 equals N2 minus N1. That means 1.5 minus 1. 1.5 minus 1 is how much? 0.5. So I will be getting a 0.5. So how I am getting 0.5? N2 minus N1. That is 1.5 minus 1 is how much? 0.5. Divided by R. R is how much? 20. So I substituted the values here. Okay. Now first of all I am removing the decimal here. So I can write this 1.5 by V plus 1 by 100 equals. So here after decimal 1 digit. So I am multiplying by 10 in the denominator. So I will be getting 5 divided by 20 into 10 becomes 200. 200. Okay. So again 1.5 by B. So this quantity we have to find out. So this one I am keeping on the left hand side itself. And this quantity I am taking on the right hand side. So I will be getting 5 by 200 minus 1 by 100. Okay. So here I am taking LCM. So that means 200 is the LCM. So 200. So 200 by 200 is 1. 1 into 5 is 5. Minus 200 by 100 becomes 2. 2 into 1 becomes 2. Okay. So we will be getting left hand side we have 1.5 by V equals right hand side we have 5 minus 2 is how much? 3. 3 divided by 200. Now I am cross multiplying 3 into V. So 3V equals 1.5 into 200. Okay. That is from this we have to find which one V. So V equals 1.5 into 200 divided by 3. Okay. So now I am removing the decimal. So I can write as 15 into 200 divided by 30. So cancelling 1. So here 2. Again cancelling will be getting 100. So we are getting the answer as 100 centimeter. So this image distance is how much here? 100 centimeter. Second problem. Two thin lenses are in contact and that combination has 15 centimeter focal length. That means here 15 centimeter is the focal length of combination of lenses. If one lens has focal length 30 centimeter, then what is the focal length of second lens? So first lens focal length is given here and we have to find the focal length of second lens. So what are the data given here? Focal length of combination. It is always taken as capital F. So it is given here as how much? 15 centimeter. This is a focal length of combination. Okay. Then what else is given? Focal length of one lens. That is taken as F1. So F1 equals how much here? 30 centimeter. And we have to find the focal length of second lens. F2 we have to find out. Okay, so we know the formula for combination focal length. 1 by capital F equals 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2. So here what we have to find out? We have to find F2. So this term alone I am keeping on one side. So 1 by F2 equals, on the other side what we are having, 1 by capital F minus 1 by F1. That is equivalent to, what is capital F here? 1 by 15 minus 1 by, what is F1 here? 30. So taking LCM we will be getting 30. 30 is the LCM. So 30 by 15 is 2. 2 into 1 is 2 minus 30 by 30 is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. So you will be getting 1 by 30. That is 1 by F2. So 1 by F2 is 1 by 30. Or from this, what is F2? Take the reciprocal. F2 equals 30 centimeter. So here simply we are using the formula for combination focal length. So this reciprocal of combination focal length is equivalent to the sum of the reciprocal of individual focal length. Third problem, what is the focal length of a convex lens of focal length 30 centimeter and this convex lens is in contact with a concave lens of focal length 20 centimeter. So here two lenses are in contact. One is convex, other one is a concave lens, and both are combined together, and we have to find the combination focal length. Okay. Now, is the system a converging or diverging lens? And we have to find out whether this combination system will be acting as a converging system or a diverging system. Okay. So first of all, what are the data is given? Focal length of convex lens. I am taking F1. So F1 is the focal length of convex lens. So take it as 30. 30 centimeter, it is plus only because convex lens focal length is always positive. So take it as plus 30 centimeter. Now this concave lens focal length I have taken as F2. So F2 equals concave lens, always the focal length is minus. So take it as minus 20 centimeter. And we have to find the combination focal length capital F. Okay. And we know the formula 1 by combination focal length is equivalent to 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2. Okay. So that is 1 by, what is F1 here? 30 plus 1 by F2. What is F2 here? Minus 20. So this minus I am putting here. So instead of plus it will come as minus. Okay. Now taking LCM 30, 20. LCM I take as 60. So 60 by 30 you will be getting 2. So 2 into 1 is 2 minus 60 by 20 is 3. So 3 into 1 is 3. So 2 minus 3 is how much? Minus 1. Minus 1 by 60. So I am getting as 1 by F equals minus 1 by 60, or from this what is F? F equals minus 60 centimeter. So here we are getting this combination focal length as minus. This minus always indicates that this will be behaving as a concave lens. So this combination of lenses behave as a concave lens. So why we are saying it is a concave lens? Because focal length is minus. So whenever minus comes for focal length, it may be concave. Suppose if you are getting plus means this combination behave as a convex lens. But here it is behaving as a concave lens. Fourth problem, it has two parts. First one, monochromatic light of wavelength 589 nanometer is incident from air on a water surface. So here light is traveling from air to water surface, and this light is having a wavelength 589 nanometer. If mu for water is 1.33, mu means refractive index. Refractive index of water is 1.33. We have to find the wavelength, frequency and speed of the refracted light. Okay, so after refraction, what is the wavelength, frequency and speed of refracted light? Then second part, a double convex lens is made of a glass of refractive index 1.55. So we have a double convex lens and is made of glass, and this glass is having a refractive index 1.55 with both the faces of this, both the faces are having same radius of curvature. This radius of curvature is same for both the surfaces. And we have to find the radius of curvature required if the focal length is 20 cm. This focal length is given as 20 cm and we have to find the radius of curvature. So it is told that radius of curvature is same for both the surface. Okay. So first we can go for the first part. So we have the first part. So monochromatic light of wavelength 589 nanometers incident from air on a water surface. If refractive index of water is given as 1.33, so you have to find wavelength, frequency and speed. Okay. So first of all I am going for this frequency. This frequency of incident light will not change by refraction or reflection. So in the case of reflection as well as in the case of refraction, there is no change in frequency. Okay. So first one is frequency remains same. So frequency remains same after refraction. So after refraction, so we can write, so frequency symbol I am taking as F, frequency of incident beam. So frequency of incident beam equals which one? Frequency of refracted beam. Refracted beam. So this frequency is same. So one part over. Now in the case of frequency, there may not be any change whenever light travels from one medium to another medium. There is no change in frequency. This frequency of incident beam is same as frequency of refracted beam. Okay. Now we can go for which one? This wavelength. Wavelength as well as speed. So here this wavelength is given as how much? 589 nanometer. I am writing here. So lambda equals 589 nanometer. It is given in the question itself. Okay. So now we have the formula for refractive index. So here we have two medias. Light is traveling from air to water. So this is air and this is water. Okay. And this air is having refractive index I am taking as N1 or mu1. So mu1 refractive index, and here water is having refractive index mu2. Okay. So from this second law, Snell's law, we know about Snell's law, or from the laws of refraction. From the second law of refraction, we have refractive index of second media with respect to first media equals, what is the formula in terms of speed? V1 by V2. There is speed in first media divided by speed in second media. So here V1 is the speed in first media, that is air. Okay. And V2 is the speed in which media? Water. So we have mu21 equals V1 by V2. But we have another one formula also. What is V? V equals, in terms of frequency and wavelength, we have another one formula. V equals F lambda. F lambda. That means suppose in the case of first media I am taking velocity as V1. So V1 equals F into lambda 1. Why I am not changing F? Because frequency remains same. There is no change in frequency. I told you in the case of refraction as well as in the case of reflection, there is no change in frequency. So I can write this V1 as F lambda 1. Similarly, how will you write V2? Velocity or speed in second media, V2 equals F lambda 2. F remains same. Okay. So I can write here, instead of V1, what I can write now? F lambda 1 divided by, instead of V2, what I can write now? F lambda 2. Okay. So what you will get now? F and F cancel. So you will be getting simply lambda 1 by lambda 2. Okay. Now, so we know what is refractive index. It is given as 1.33. So we have to find the frequency as well as speed in second medium. So first of all, we have refractive index. What is the formula? What is the value? It is given as 1.33. So first this formula I am taking. That is mu21 equals V1 by V2. Okay. So from this we have the value for refractive index. It is given in the question itself. What is the value? 1.33. So instead of mu21 I am writing as 1.33 equals, what is speed in air? Already we know speed in air or vacuum. What is the speed? 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by, what we have to find out? We have to find this V2. Simply I substitute here. Substitute in this formula. Okay. Now cross multiplying, what we will get now? 1.33 into V2 equals 3 into 10 raised to 8. Or from this V2 we have to find out. So V2 equals 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by 1.33. So when you are simplifying this one, you will be getting the value for V2 as 2.25 into 10 raised to 8. So you will be getting the answer as 2.25 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. This is V2. What is V2 here? V2 is the speed of light. Speed of light in water. Speed of light in water. First media media is air, and this V2 means it is the speed of light in water, second medium. So speed of light in water is how much now? Water is 2.25 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Now we can go for, so first one I told you frequency remains same. F remains same, F remains constant or same. So first one clear now, frequency we got. The next we got which one? Speed of light in water. Now we have to find which one? This wavelength. So I am taking this formula, that is mu21 equals this one, lambda 1 by lambda 2. Lambda 1 by lambda 2. This formula I am taking. Okay. Or instead of mu, what is the value for mu? It is given. So mu is given as 1.33. So 1.33 equals lambda 1. Wavelength is given. What is the wavelength now? 589. Divided by lambda 2, we don't know. That means wavelength in second media, that is water. Cross multiplying, what we will get now? 1.33 lambda 2 equals 589. 589 nanometer. Okay. So or from this lambda 2 equals 589 divided by 1.33. So in your dividing, you will be getting lambda as 443 nanometer. So 443 nanometer. So answer is 443 nanometer. What is this 443 nanometer? That is lambda 2. And what is lambda 2? It is the wavelength. Wavelength of light in water. Wavelength of light in water. In second media or water. So we found out that this frequency remains same. But what about the speed of light in second media, that is water? 2.25 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And what about wavelength? Lambda 2 equals 443 nanometer. Now in second part we have to find radius of curvature. So for that, what are the data given here? Focal length is given. In the case of double convex lens, focal length is 20 centimeter. Mu, refractive index is given as 1.55. And radius of curvature, so it is having two radius of curvature. Two radius of curvature is there. So it is given that both are same. So one may be positive, other one may be negative because on the opposite sides. Okay. So first one I am taking is plus R and this left hand side I am taking is minus R. But the quantity remains same. R is same only. And that one we have to find out. So for that we are using which formula? Lensmaker's formula. 1 by F equals mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R. Okay. That is equivalent to, what is mu here? 1.55 minus 1 into 1 by, what is R1? It is given as R minus 1 by R2. But here also one minus is there. This minus and minus become plus. Plus 1 by R. Okay. That is equivalent to 1.55 minus 1 is 0.55 into here 1 by R plus 1 by R becomes 2 by R. So we will be getting 2 by R. So left hand side we have 1 by, focal length is given as how much? 20. Okay. Now I am cross multiplying, what I will get? R into 1 becomes R equals 0.55 into 2 into 20. Okay. That is 2 into 20 is how much? 40 into 0.55. That is equivalent to, so 55 into 4 we can do. 220. So 220 and one more 0. Then how many decimals? 22. So we will be getting 22 centimeter. So radius of curvature we are getting as how much here? 22 centimeter. And here we are using only Lensmaker's formula. 1 by F equals mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. But here R1 and R2 both are same. Okay. Fifth problem. Find the radius of curvature of the convex surface of a plano-convex lens, whose focal length is 0.3 meter and the refractive index of the material of this lens is 1.5. So refractive index is given here, focal length is given here, and we have to find the radius of curvature of the convex surface of a plano-convex lens. So here we are using a plano-convex lens. That is, one side is plane and other side is convex. A plano-convex lens. Okay, and we have to find the radius of curvature of this convex surface. That means here, somewhere here, the center we are taking here, and this radius of curvature we have to find out. Okay, radius of curvature of this convex surface. Okay, so now what are the data given? Focal length is given as how much? 0.3 meter. 0.3 meter, and refractive index is given as how much? Mu equals 1.5. Okay, and we have to find find which one? This radius of curvature. Okay, so for that we have the formula. Which formula we are using? Lensmaker's formula. 1 by f equals mu minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, and here we know the value for mu, we know the value for f, and what is r1? R1 is the radius of curvature plane surface. The first surface is plane. So this r1 for the plane surface, what is this radius of curvature is taken as infinity. Infinity. And this r2 we don't know, that we have to find out. That means radius of curvature of this convex surface. So this radius of curvature comes on the left hand side. So I am taking here as minus r. So this r we have to find it. Okay, so since it is on left hand side, I have taken as minus r. Okay, so we have to find this r. Okay, substitute here. So 1 by, what is f here? 0.3. So first of all, this focal length I am converting into centimeters. So f equals 0.3 meter, or we can say 30 centimeters. So multiplying by 100, it becomes 30 centimeter. Okay, now I am substituting here. So 1 by focal length is how much? 30 equals mu minus 1. So mu is how much? 1.5. So 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. 0.5 into 1 by, instead of r1 we have to put infinity. So 1 by infinity minus, so this minus and this minus become plus. So plus 1 by r. This 1 by infinity, what is the value? 0. So this becomes 0. So remaining what we will get now? So we have 1 by 30. 1 by 30 equals 0.5 into 1 by r. That means divided by r. Okay. Now cross multiply, what we will get? R equals 0.5 into 30. So we know 5 into 3 is 15. One more 0 here. So decimal will come. That means it is equivalent to how much? 15 centimeter. So we got the radius of curvature as how much? Radius of curvature of this convex surface is given as 15 centimeter.